Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Today's episode's coming to you at 5:30 p.m. I'm not doing too bad today. How about yourself? I'm doing fine. It's raining. It has been raining all day, and that's the only interesting thing that happened to me today so far. I looked outside and I went, "Hey, it's raining," because it wasn't raining when I woke up. It's a pretty boring day. I mean, it's not boring necessarily, but you know. I didn't have to go to my classes this week, and I probably don't have to go next week, so I'm kind of chilling on that front at least, taking it easy. It's nice because I don't have to get up at weird hours, but it's a shame because my sleep schedule has already been ruined by we're at Beetle Boy today. Yeah, oh yeah, I switched it for some reason ahead of time. I don't know why. Uh, but like my sleep schedule's been ruined in the wrong way. I keep waking up too early and then I can't stay up late. Oh my god, no Plink. The curse is officially broken. I am 2 days without Plink. This feels good. It feels good to be free of Plink. Anyway, yeah, I can't stay up late. I finished Monster Train yesterday. I finished Monster Train at like 1:45 a.m. maybe, and I just fell asleep. And I was like, hey, wait a second. I'm not supposed to be asleep right now. I'm supposed to have like 3 more hours. It's tough, man. I've been so tired lately. I don't know why. Anyway, moving on from that. I said yesterday that I'd have that first look of Patrick's Parabox up today, or rather, I said yesterday that I would have it up yesterday. It should actually be up today. I meant to put it up yesterday, but again, I just fell asleep when I finished recording Monster Train and then woke up at 6 a.m. and went, oh fuck, I fell asleep. And then like set Monster Train to upload and then went back to bed. So that video will be up today, not tomorrow. I mean tomorrow for me, today for you. It's up. It should be up like 4 hours before this video, so it should already be out, hopefully. And with that handled, I can ask you today's question. Let's get rolling, shall we? Today, I think I've asked this before, but I want to ask, what browser do you use? What's your choice browser? I've been a Mozilla enjoyer for a long time. It's weird because I started using Mozilla. Well, I tried Chrome and I tried Mozilla when I got my first computer. What the heck? How did I just get a Facebook notification? I muted it. That's very strange. Well, anyway, that Facebook notification was on my end, not yours. Be not afraid. Anyway, I started out and I used Firefox and I used Chrome, and I like Firefox's layout more, and I stuck with it for the longest time because I liked its layout. And then one of the updates a little while back, they switched the layout to look like Chrome's layout, and I went, hey, what the heck, Firefox? I don't like this. And it's fine, I guess, but you get used to the change. But I feel like there's nothing. I feel like there's nothing. Like all the browsers look the same to me now. Edge looks a little different, I guess. But what's your choice? I tried using, what was it, Brave, I think, once, and I was like, hey, this is a cool idea, but it didn't have any of the plugins or like extensions that I use, and I was like, alright, never mind. So yeah, let me know. Maybe you got a new hot browser for me to try out. Any Tor enjoyers? No, because it's slow as fuck. Yeah. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Exile Wurmkin, Default Awoken, Soulsucker Talos, Failure Arcus, Sap Seraph, Hostingkin, Sting, Power of Knowledge. I want to say as well, I know that the point of Tor is that it's like anonymous and therefore it's slow, but like for day-to-day use, you shouldn't be using that. What are you doing in your day-to-day that you need to use Tor? I don't need to know. I think that I undervalue Firewall. Firewall in my mind is pretty low value, but like this is good. I was gonna pick Split Anvil because I have Power of Knowledge, but that seems bad. It feels like I'm supposed to just take Firewall here. And I'm a big Shellsmith hater. I really don't like Shellsmith. I think I prefer Repeater 10 times out of 10, and I prefer Marshward 10 times out of 10. I don't think Shellsmith is bad. I thought it was the best one at first, but like, it doesn't really do anything well. In the late game, it gives you a lot of armor, but you have to have a way to keep your etches flowing. I'd rather just pick Repeater, personally, but your choice may vary. I have Firewall. I can take the boons. I feel a clergy combat coming on. This isn't clergy, this is scary. What the heck? Will I blindly slam this trial and send myself straight to hell? I mean, we have so many pings. I think it'll be fine. Probably. Just look away. It's not that big of a deal. I think that the boss will be the biggest foe. But the boss will mostly bounce off of Firewall, assuming everything goes well. Which it probably won't, to be honest with you. My expectation is that things will not go well here. However, I'm just gonna look away from that. Close my eyes, blind myself to the truth. Repeater will help me because I get a hosting kin every turn. I was mostly afraid if I didn't draw hosting kin like now, but I did draw hosting kin, so we're chilling. I do have to map out like the entirety of this combat though, which I'm doing very quickly mentally. I can solve it out in my head a lot faster than I can talk it out, and the answer is to play it like this. And then so you play those 3 cards in that order. The Train Steward's important. You then get to kill this Apprentice of Light with a hosting kin, and we get to knock this Apprentice of Light low, but not quite dead. We set up our echoes for next turn, and then I will be able to heal the Train Steward back up before the boss reaches us. Kill the guy with a hosting kin, and it's no problem. Like, talking that all out, I feel like would just take me way too long, so I didn't do it, and I apologize, but like, it was a lot of thought happening very quickly, and so I just did it. I went, I'll just do it, and then I'll explain afterwards what we did there, and why we did it that way. Yeah, and then this fight goes almost exactly how I expected it to. With hosting kin and the pings and the stings, we were able to kill all the enemies, but Chains himself with 10 pack shards is going to bulldoze me. However, because of Firewall, instead of taking 24, I take 9. An acceptable trade for the trial, I would say. Purple Echo Transfer is good. Purple Vine Grasp is pretty tempting. I could also just take Razor Sharp Edge. Strong question. I think I take the Razor Sharp Edge. I don't need the ping that much. Yeah, this isn't a deck that really needs purples or pings that heavily. I'm down to Clown. It's tough, right? It's a little tough to pick Animus of Will because your floor has 5 and 3 health. However, let's take a quick look ahead. This could be a run. I'm gonna take Animus of Will. This could be a run where we just throw away Echo Right. Like, we toss him out completely. And I just play pure Awoken Animus plus Awoken Hollow, if they show me Awoken Hollow here. Multi-strike, it looks rather tempting. No Awoken Hollow. There is a Shattered Shell, though. Huh. It's like... So there's a clear problem, of course. There's a clear problem here. Clear, very well-defined problem. I don't have any health at all, and like that is a real issue. I think that Shattered Shell is not... I mean, Shattered Shell says sweep and there's a multi-strike in the shop. Alternatively, I can play Animus of Will and take the Animus of Speed, which is the infusion that gives me quick right now. It's really tough. Because I can take Shattered Shell and I can make him an Animus of Will with sweep, right? I can give him multi-strike from the shop and the Animus of Will infusion, and he's crazy. He's so strong. You know what would have been great here? Shellsmith. 100%. And I actually think that this run's best outcome now is to get Shellsmith 2 for the remainder of our pickups. However, that's a later problem. I have to kind of think of how I want to play this one out. I think I want to play towards the Shattered Shell, because I feel more confident in playing Awoken Hollow Shattered Shell Throwaway Echo Right than I feel playing Animus of Will Shattered Shell. So playing into Shattered Shell seems better to me. Lock it in, final answer. Bet your life. No. Final answer, no. I'm gonna take Animus of Speed. The thing that pushes me over the edge here is I think that it's better to just play multi-strike Animus of Will, because what I can do is I can take multi-strike plus 25 right now and ensure the quick on the Animus of Will. Why does this seem better to me? Well, because I need quick for the Shattered Shell to ever have a chance of survival, right? And I also need quick for the Animus of Will to ever have a chance of survival. But I can take quick for the Animus of Will right now and lock it in as an option where I cannot with the Shattered Shell. I can make this unit right now. I can make 3 times 4 with 28 HP quick now. And I can't do that with Shattered Shell. And maybe I should wait. Maybe I should wait, right? Maybe I should just wait and I should try to go on. But I truly believe that if I walk into this combat with my frontline being a unit with 10 HP, I'm probably going to die. And that's what I'd have to do. I could not take the plus 25 because I think that Shattered Shell needs quick. There's no guarantee that we see quick anywhere else. We could hope for it here, but if we miss quick for the rest of the run, we're just going to lose. I'm going to take the guarantee, and maybe it's wrong. I've done a lot of thinking in this episode so far. But there's a whole lot that goes into making this run not fall apart. And what it boils down to is I need to make a choice that makes sure that I don't die right now. And I think that that is this, because especially against this combat, Shattered Shell would just get crushed. He'd get absolutely crunched by these conduits. Annihilated. It would not be pretty. And so with all of that in mind, I feel like I have made the correct choice. I hope that you see the reasoning. It's also, because to get Shattered Shell to 3 multi-strike, we can keep reasoning it out here. To get Shattered Shell to 3 multi-strike, you have to play Animus of Will Infusion on him. And I don't think it's that necessary. Like, what I can do instead is I can play the quick 4-strike Animus. I think that 4 attacks should be enough. There will be some times on the Divinity where I don't have like a damage spell to kill the backline. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, like, and I guess it's like, it's tight, right? But also, yeah, I would have just died, I think, if I came in here without taking the plus 25. So basically what I did is I took the optimized path through here, I feel. I'm gonna take Shelter. I'm down to take Restoration Detonation. Yeah, it's purple. Yeah, because at the end of the day, final thought on this. End of the day, the reason that we take the Animus of Speed and we play Animus of Will is because putting plus 25 on Shattered Shell is very bad. And I'd be banking my run on either seeing Awoken Hollow or Animus of Speed, and if I miss either of those, this run is going to crumble before my eyes, I fear. So let's lock it in now. Yeah, I think all of that made sense. I hope it did. It was like, I don't often have to think that hard, but there was a lot that went into making that choice. Sketches is terrible. Very bad. I will play Mark of a Champion. Gives Echo Right a lot of attack. Let me take a quick look ahead. Temple, money, relic, temple, money. Okay. That's fine. Times 5? Terrible on that unit. I think a times 1 on Echo Transfer is the measured and correct response. If Shelter was purple, I think I would times 5 it. However, I'm going to do the measured response of times 1 on Echo Transfer. My theory here is basically the best offense is going to be a good offense in this case. The people have told you wrong. The best offense here is going to be to kill the enemies very fast. And so I'm going to aim to do that. Yeah, it's Talos. He does this. Play top floor. I was thinking about playing bottom floor, but I'll just Echo Break, Echo Right for the pack shards. It's fine. There's no reason to ping these guys on the bottom floor. I think that means that Talos doesn't come top floor multiple times. Because what that means. I'm just gonna Hostingkin Forge Disciple. Oh, I should be looping Shelter now. Yeah, that's a fuck up on my part. And I didn't play it because I'm just gonna keep playing Hostingkin and pretend like it's good enough to make me feel strong. Close my eyes, look away. I need to bring this Forge Disciple below... no, it's dead. Your Soul Sucker. This is a haste combat. Dude, Power of Knowledge has anti-synergy with Echo right here. Kinda weird. I need to start knocking these guys down. And let's purple up top floor. I should have pinged the guy off, yeah. And the quick means the soul sucking doesn't happen. I do also get these guaranteed hosting kings to pick off. Yeah, I get to stop haste from walking on me. Alright, this fight should be fine. Yeah, I think a majority of the thinking that I did had to be done so that I don't just drop dead on this fight, pretty much. Because it is a scary fight when you have very low health. Like, walking in here with 3 HP is just a death sentence, like I said. Wow, Power of Knowledge, 30 damage. Oh, wee. Hopefully I pull the Shelter and I get 2 rounds of Shelter. That's my bad. I should have just played it. Trying to outsmart the game, but I outsmarted myself instead. I think 200 quick should be good enough still. Yeah. Just barely. I should have played the Shelter though, for sure. No doubt about it. It's a delicate fight though. I think that we will start to see this one piece together. I'm not playing Spreading Spores. I'd rather lose. Accelerated Incubation, Unearth Remains. They're alright, right? I mean, not really, to be honest with you. Unearth Remains is close, but I'm okay. I was gonna say it's interesting if I have to choose, if I get offered an Awoken Hollow here, but I don't, so it's not interesting. Thorned Hollow sucks. The end. Yeah, I'd rather not play Thorned Hollow. I could pick him as like a backup because maybe he's better than Echo Right if I don't see Shellsmith, but if I see Shellsmith, he's terrible. He's just a waste. And even if I don't see Shellsmith, I think he's pretty bad. For a world where I take space so I can play a Train Steward on the floor and the Train Steward soaks up potential Shellsmith armor? Probably not. Probably a draw energy run. The right path isn't particularly tempting though. I could go left, but the question becomes, do I think Awoken Hollow is meaningful enough? And I think the answer is probably not. Hope for Shellsmith. Cool. Sorry I called you bad, Shellsmith. My mistake. I didn't think about this scenario. And this is going to be one where I kind of want to duplicate Shelter here, so that I have multiple instances of it in my deck. Or rather, in my consume pile for Shellsmith to pull, while still being able to play Power of Knowledge. Yeah. It seems right to me. I will value Stone Shelter. I'm probably going to look to give it a double stack, or probably not a remove consume actually. You know what does seem good though? Intrinsicing a Shelter. That way we just get it in the Reform right away and we get 4 armor per round off of it. Yeah. I think I'm gonna... Well, I'm already over 40, right? And when you go over 40, you just keep going. So I'm down to Value Stone another one for Value Stone double stack and Intrinsic the first. And we'll work it out. I do think that Shelter on its own, even if you're playing 2 really good Shelters off of a Repeater, I think is not good enough with Repeater here. And we probably want to be careful of taking trials like this one. However, we're quick and they should die fast. I hope. 12 damage, not the most inspiring. I should probably actually have Echo Right be in front. Monkus. This is good. You want to play... I mean, I guess I play the Restore. Yeah, because I can't catch the Collector with an Echo Break. Do you want to play Restore, Shelter, Double Transfer, and that'll kill these guys, right? 33 times 3 is 99. an interesting problem, isn't it? Do you see the problem? Do you see the problem here, right? I see the problem here. I'm gonna skip the collector. I already greeted the trial, I don't need to greet any further. The problem, if you're wondering, is that if I play one spell on this floor, we move the clipped reflector outside of our kill range. And so, I need to not play a spell on this floor. Right? Like if I play Shelter here, I end up taking 15 from the Quill Marksman. So I guess actually, I could do it. I could do it if I play and kill the Quill Marksman, right? Well, 33 times 4 is 124. So I can play 3 spells. So I can play Restore, Echo Break, Shelter. That's what I'm allowed to play here. Yeah, and it's good to not. I think it's good to not just try to kill the collector there and assume I'm going to pull this one off. It's better to just sacrifice it. I don't want to roll the dice here. I'm not in a gambling mood with Monster Train. It's better to just take it easy, I think. I see them on their way. I really do have to think each of these turns through to make sure I'm optimizing them, I feel. It is a game of inches, so 33 times 2 hits here, so it's like 40. I'm always going to play Razor Sharp Edge. No doubt about that. 43, 43. So if I play Echo Transfer, I take this enemy not over the edge, but I have to sting it first. Yeah. I thought about Razor Sharpening the Marksman. It's not worth it. Definitely not. I'm going to take one of the 15 twos, spell fields off, and I'm going to play Echo Transfer. I'm going to play Shelter first. I'm going to play Restoration Detonation first, then Shelter, then Echo Transfer. It really is a difficult run. I have to do so much min-maxing. 58 times 4 is 200. Okay, you kill here. Acceptable. And you can always play cards that are net positive for your damage output, like... I'd like to keep the enemy below 212? No, 222. Which I believe is fine. If I play Restore... I mean... Oh no, you have to play Shelter. It's tough, it's a lot of math to make sure that I'm not killing myself here. I have to be very cautious. But then when we get to the end, it's pretty nice. We have, honestly, not a particularly strong carry. 88 times 4 quick. It's not what I'd like to see, but we thin the deck out. We make those damage increase cards more often, and it's easier. Force Contamination also helps a lot. It trades a lot of my echoes, but that's a lot of damage. Reserve Thorns is a bait here. I don't want to be adding things to the consume pile because I need to be pulling Shelters. I will take Ensnare. I'm going to eventually look to pull out, first I'm going to take the Magic Shop. I'm going to eventually look to take out these Hostingkins because I do not want to, they're basically curses when I have Shelter. Double stack, nice. So ultimately, we're going to have this value, the end game is to be pulling back the Value Stone double stack Shelter every turn and filtering the rest of the cards out of the discard pile, or the consume pile more accurately. That's where we're heading. I want to put +10s on the hit cards a little bit. And I'm going to spend a lot of my money on removing here. Purge some Stewards. This deck is pretty energy hungry. So I don't need the Stewards. And then... Sting is pretty bad because it's not purple. I think I'm okay like this for now, but I'll make more removals later when I see the opportunity. I don't really want anything from the Magic Shop now. Should take the money, 70... 85, 85, it's like 70, 85. I can go to an even 100 without taking this money. It's a little bit better. Spellshield 2 on the Sycophant combat is asking to die. I am asking this game to kill me. Absolutely. Definitely an energy take from the boss man. I could have healed this better. Oh, whatever. I'm so stupid. I'm not getting punished, but like, yeah, what am I doing? It's hard to keep track, I guess, for my mind. I'm willing to play Hostingkin here, because every turn if I play Hostingkin, I'm saving myself damage overall. So I may as well grab that collector, right? Hostingkin does a lot of work in this combat. You know what? I was actually, of course, I wanted to lower my unit's HP. I wanted this Animus to have lower HP to pop restoration detonations. I knew, of course, that this was the play. I knew. To ping off, like... I need to drop most of these enemies, right? Like so. Could even split this Sycophant off and just stack up a little bit. I have to pull the... I mean, I have to draw, yeah, my damage increasing spells here. It's kind of the whole purpose. Oh god. It's so much, because I have to make sure I don't accidentally run myself out of energy on the turn, you know? I'm gonna play Echo Break, Shelter, Echo Transfer. I could play Force Contamination, but there is no need, and it costs me 1 Echo. And I do not want to be spending 1 Echo. Hostingkin. I'm just gonna kind of like... I'm going to do my best to process these turns quickly, when I can, where I don't have to do any math, like now. Root the Sycophant, ping here. It's kill enemies so that I don't take chip damage on the Animus of Will. That's the whole game plan. It really is good for me to lower my health at the start a little bit so I can pop like Wilt Wings and things like that with Restoration Detonation, which is interesting. I did not think of it. Force Contamination is pretty solid here. I can also disarm that Protector. This shelter costs 1. I should make this shelter cost 0. If I make the shelter cost 0, it makes my life so much easier. It's a pretty good round, yeah. 398 there. Broken Memories. What do you think about this card? It's like... It's an extra etch trigger that lets me pull back. So like, yeah, it's good. It's good because I play it, I pull back Shelter, the Shelter goes on top, Echo Right bring back the Broken Memories, and I'm getting an extra etch trigger every round, basically, assuming the Broken Memories comes back. Which it will, hopefully. Hardened Hall is awful. There is only 1 movement card in this clan combo, and I'm not picking Restoring Retreat for Drop Cage. I will be skipping that relic and Sad. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put some -1s out to fix myself. Permafrost Force Contamination is good. It's a really nice way to just have a get out of jail free card, basically. A hey enemy, you actually don't live now card. And I'm gonna make Echo Breaks cheaper. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hold over and snare. Actually probably just hold over Echo Transfer, right? Plus 15 per round is way too good. And I'm 1 Karuska away from it just being an energy relic. I can hope. I should have checked this first, because of course it could be guild marker, but at the end of the day I'm still going to pick Emblem of the Exiles. Emblem of the Exiles, very strong. Would I play Prismal Dust here? I mean, of the options, it's the only one that's... okay, now we have to think. Would I play Prismal Dust here? Is it better than Shelter? I don't think it's better than Shelter. I think it's a skip. It's close though. Prismal Dust is very good. I think that it's just a little too late to make like a full heal turn into a Prismal Dust play. Yeah, it's also like it messes with my energy numbers. I'm only really gonna get like 2 damage shield out of that per round, which is probably less than the armor I'll be gaining from Sheltar. no big deal on the Incante. No problem. It's really good that he starts the Incant up here with me, actually, because I would rather just get that out of the way. Now I don't have to worry about it. It's worth it to just keep the good shelter in the Echo Right rotation, I think, and leave every other consume spell out. Because, like, it's just survivability, right? His Broken Memories is also purple, so here's what the loop is meant to look like on this run. Play out our purples, play Shelter, bring back Shelter. It's an extra etch trigger, which is 4 extra armor per round, and it's an extra purple. The Broken Memories being in the loop effectively counteracts the -1 Echo from Echo Transfer, which should be good. And this is not something I need to worry about. I'm gonna play Echo Transfer. I do believe, I should have played Shelter first. I do believe a fun little prank we can play is just throwing Force Contamination on Arcus whenever he's up on the floor. Oh hey, I took 9. Oops. I guess I should have watched my incanting a little bit closer. My bad. I just assumed. Let's play this turn out properly. I need to make sure I don't mess it up. It's 1, 2, 3, yeah. As this run goes on, I start to make more cards free, which makes it a lot easier to loop through these turns. Because I can just play the cards that cost 0 and skip the other ones, but, you know. A little jokey joke I'm going to play on young Arcus over there. I think this run is strong, it's just, it's not even confusing, it's just, like, laborious, I guess is the right word to use, to make sure I play my cards in the right order, and I often feel this way about Wurmkin. It's just a lot of work to make sure that I don't fuck up this turn. Oh, Echo Right eats the freaking melee weakness, man. And I can't do anything about it because of this Dark Shard. That sucks. I want to do a big number. Oh well. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry. I just have to hold the holdover cards without incanting my whole deck, because incanting my whole deck is very bad. I do get a Force Contamination down here at least. See, like, look at this turn. I have to go Restores first, of course. And you gotta play... I'm gonna play both Shelters. I don't care if it brings back Shelter or the other card, the Broken Memory, so I'll play both Shelters in this instance. Hold, I can't play the damage spell first, I gotta play the Shelters first. Look at our armor numbers though, 198.4. It looks a lot better now, doesn't it? I think there was a time where this run was kind of concerning, but now it looks like it gets there pretty convincingly. Echoes of the Past is honestly probably good. I don't want to think about it. I'll play Eternal Kinstone. Echoes of the Past is way too confusing. It adds so much to the mental stack here that I just don't want to consider. I'm gonna go right. I'd like to look at an event here. A melee weakness on strike event would be good. I think the best thing to do is remove some of the bad purples now, which are Echo Break and Restore. And then probably the Hostinkins. Yeah, the Hostinkins would have been better, but I'm holding out for Bog Slime. I can take a 15 here, which is Value Stone, of course. I'm down to just Value Stone a 1-cost spell, honestly. It saves me a little money. I'd rather kill Power of Knowledge. I should have removed this card ages ago. I forgot it was in the deck. Speaking of killing it, I didn't take the money because I wanted to leave the 10 pack shards open to being taken at this temple, which I will take to purge Power of Knowledge. I think I only would have taken Purge Stone here, but that's why we reserved on the money. Hell's Banners. It's nice on turn 1, but I don't feel like it does anything. Yeah, I can skip that. It's 3 energy on turn 1. It's basically half of a firebox, which I don't need. And I think with the Eternal Kinstone in the deck, I can actually duplicate the holdover Echo Transfer. I mean, I can 100% because it just... So if I use all my Echoes, this is free after the Kinstone, basically. So it's just 30 attack per round. Thank you, Echo Transfer. Very cool. And we are of course, going to go Shellsmith. This run, it's Like, it feels like it's needlessly complex. I'm not gonna pick the spell shield here. Like, I'm having to do all of this thinking and all of this mental work, but, like, it doesn't feel like I should have to. I'm gonna woo Wurmkin over Shelter here to stop curses from happening to me. Ah. Warded immediately. Well, it's fine. I should leave myself with an echo. Yeah. I might have to force contamination. Hey, fuck you, Purifier. I might need a force contamination here. This turn's really ugly. Well, I guess I could use Wurmkin to cancel the Steel Wings at least. If I add 30, it's 120. So yeah, we'll have enough to kill the Gilded Wing here. If I play, drumroll please, it's Echo Break. Or Transfer. Active Transfer is lethal. I'm gonna play the rest. Again, I'm just gonna intentionally leave Animus of Will down 1 HP in case I can use it to, or I guess down a little more than 1 HP now that you mention it, yeah. True. No big deal though. I think that even though I thought I was gonna use this Wurmkin to kill the Purifiers, the game said, haha, fuck you. Which, first of all, very rude. I would have just, it would have been cool. I think it would have been nice. Monster Train, I think it would have been nice if my play could have been cool and interesting and right. But no, you can just infuse everything, every Purifier in the combat, it's fine, I won't complain. I'm not upset, Monster Train, it's okay. No, it's fine. Oh, skip the Shelter, he says. Oh wow, I get to kill one. Incredible. But no, it's fine because I got to use it to push the Steel Wings to the back. And that matters. That does matter here. May as well Broken Memories, right? The downside, I guess I should mention, to Broken Memoriesing like I am, is that it does cost me a card draw. Like, I'm basically paying a card draw, bro. What the hell, Shelter? What is this? Watch me lose this fight? That'd be a real, that'd be a real doozy if I lost this fight. Oh, 3 times 4. You have to play 3 here? Push this guy to the back. I'd rather, yeah, you want to kill the Gilded Wing and then have Echo Right clean up the Steel Wings. Definitely. Alternatively, now that I think about it, just ensnare. I mean, I'm going to get it back next turn anyway. The saving grace here is Force Contamination. I'm going to get stomped by Nephil, though. I'm going to get absolutely stomped on by this boss if I don't watch myself here. So, let's make sure we play for every single point of armor that we can get, even if I don't want to. Here, take a look. I cannot get Force Contamination out. It's fine because playing Force Contamination now versus playing it on top floor makes no difference. I will not be drawing this card again regardless, so it makes no change. I think I will generate enough armor in the next few turns to just pop off. Don't tell me to hurry, Echo Right. This run is hard. Don't tell me to hurry, please. I don't need to hear it, mister. Do you want to pilot this run? No, I don't think so. Shelter broken, transfer, and Force Contamination is going to do like 800 damage here, right? Yeah. It doesn't change the outcome of the combat, which is real interesting to me. And he must be close to just getting one shot here, yeah. That's what I thought. So one way, if you're looking at number of rounds to kill an enemy and it's a low number, and you can look at it like 3, 2, 1. This might not make any sense, but this is how I look at that. The way that I was able to tell that I had to be close to killing him is because I increased the amount of damage I was doing by a very large amount, and it didn't lower the number of rounds, which means that I had to be killing him in 2 rounds, meaning he only got 1 hit. So what all of that means is I basically was doing around half the first time, and after playing Force Contamination, I was doing more than half, but not all of his health, because the jump from 1 to 0 hits is large. Just how I thought about that, if you're interested in thinking about it in that way yourself. Fuck off, Bramble Ash. I don't really want another Ensnare because this card, I know I'm a big fan, but it isn't purple, and I don't want to be giving up even the first draw for no purple, because if I draw that on turn 1, I can have a handful of non-purple cards, and that's bad. I think removal is the way to go. You just pop out the Hostingkins because I can't afford them. They did their job in that fight, and I don't need them anymore. I think that Jackstrips is not that good here, actually. I was going to say it's great because it takes off the damage shield wave, but I have pings for that. So it's probably not that interesting. Let's reroll. Cheater's Hand. What does this even do for me? Nothing? I feel like it does nothing. I don't have a card that like, the only card that I would play permafrost with Cheater's Hand is Force Contamination. But it's already permafrosted, so there is no reason to take this. Basically what this does is it lets me permafrost a deadweight, which is, I guess, kind of good, right? I just hold a deadweight with this and never have to draw it again. I guess it's kind of good for that. I'm going to remove Restore. I feel wrong about removing Sting because it's free. The card that was terrible, I got Purge Stone on, so it's fine. I don't want to take out all my Echo Breaks. By the way, I made the decision without telling you that I was not playing Cheater's Hand here. Yeah. Are you ready? I'm ready. Let's do it. It's funny that in this episode I talked trash about Shellsmith at the start, and then had a run scenario where Shellsmith is better. So I think that the actual answer to when do I want to start Shellsmith is a little clearer than I thought. The answer is you want to start it if you're playing like Echo Right with Awoken or Hellhorn, probably, where you're not really feeling that confident in Echo Right's ability to, or you're probably going to be playing a Awoken or Hellhorn to carry more accurately. Okay, is that a turn 1? Yeah, that is a turn 1 infusion on the... That's 240 damage I have to find an answer to right now, or else I'm going to lose the run. That is tough, is what it is. It's very tough. It's very frightening. Ooh, God. This is not going to be pretty. I do have to kill this 15/2. He cannot walk up. He's going to murder me. Absolutely blast me. I did think about this a little bit as I was progressing through this run. I thought a little bit about how it seemed like, oh, look at that. I'm just shy of killing those Dark Wings. Just shy. And it's definitely correct to play it this way still. You're saving more damage overall. It just hurts. I did think about the fact that we're going to have a slow start versus Sap Seraph, and Sap Seraph does crunch you if you have a slow start. Exhibit A, oh dear. Oh my. I think we'll be okay, it just looks scary, but we have this Force Contamination as a get out. Yeah. An interesting question. I think I believe the best play is to just ensnare the 15/3. The better play here in my mind is to Force Contamination the Darkwings and then snare this guy, because I have Sting coming up. Pop this guy, he's gonna give armor, but the Force Contamination melts those Darkwings. Basically what it's here for. And I don't worry about the 45 damage I took there, because our scaling is very good. Our healing through shelter is extremely good. And so I don't feel afraid from that. Healing in quotation marks, I should say. We'll go Echo Breaks first. You gotta maximize your shelters, though. It is a game of inches here, absolutely. I'm only gonna be giving up one of my Echoes, and yeah, that Force Contamination wipes that wave out. God, Seraph is really farming me with these Light Wings placements, I have to say. It is tough. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna throw a lot of attack on the floor here. Again, this is another case of it though, where it's like the damage number doesn't change there ever, because I have to go from 2 shouting at Gilded Wings to 1 shouting them. You have to go from 95 to 190, right? Whereas to go from 3 shouting to 2 shouting, you have to go from was it like 64 to 95? It's a much smaller amount, and maybe you probably already know this. You guys are all pretty smart, I imagine. However, I don't know, I can still tell you things. You don't have a choice, you have to listen to me. You tuned in. And so I think that the Divinity will actually be easier than this because there's no sap every round. I'm down like 40 attack, right? Oh no, sorry, 28 attack. I was thinking sap was 3 for some reason. However, I do have to think about the fact that Sap Seraph also does a lot of damage. I might just get crunched. He might just steamroll me. And what I thought about, and I should have actually acted on, you know what would have been really good here? Cursed Vines. I could just pull Echo right to the front here and tank all of this. Too bad, I didn't think of it. We go whole hog on playing all the shelters now, and we just pray that we come out of this one alright. So break goes there. Then you just go like shelter, shelter, broken memories. You get yourself the shelter back. I think I have the shelters guaranteed, the shelter that I want back guaranteed. Yeah, because either it brings back, well, I guess it doesn't actually be, it's not actually a guarantee, but it's close enough. And you go shelter, broken memories. Could play broken memories first, but I'd rather get the big shelter. I guess you can see it right here, right? Look at how fast I scaled my armor back up to an acceptable degree, right? I took all that damage throughout this, and I was like, I was dropping pretty low, and even with all of that, I still got my armor back up to like, I went from almost dead to 250 health pretty quickly here. Because when you start playing both shelters, that's like 50 armor per round AoE. Just would have been better for Vine Grasp. However, I didn't take the Vine Grasp because it makes functionally no difference on the Divinity. However, I'm kind of leaning towards putting Echo right in front for this fight, because there's a lot of damage that's going to sneak by me here. I think I'm going to put Echo right in front for this fight. Let Echo right take the brunt of it. Makes no difference for like attack order or anything like that, of course. We'll see how it goes. It's a race to see how fast I pull. Like, I have to pull one of the Echo transfers on this turn, I feel. And I got Razor Sharp Edge, which is also nice. And the Force Contamination is very helpful as well. Very good drop, I would say. I can allow the first wave to walk on me without too much problem. If they have to walk, they have to walk. I do think that playing Force Contamination on this wave is a waste. Definitely. Yeah. Same thing I've been talking about here, right? Number... hard to get that number high enough. Close, though. It's just really slow. Maybe I needed a third Echo transfer in this run, even. Hard to say. It is hard to say. Alright. I don't want to actually throw the Sting at this Wilt Wings. It's a big assumption playing this. It's assuming that I don't die on this round, but playing this thing up here makes no difference, so you may as well think with a clear head. Also thinking about maybe like chaining up the Redirector, stop a little bit of this, or maybe stopping the Wilt Wings. That's a decision for after this. If Echo Right's just straight up dead here, there is no reason to do much thinking. We just roll over. So you have to play this out the only way that makes sense, I feel, which is to go shelter, broken. I think you play Force Contamination, and you play it first. Playing it first matters. This is gonna do a lot of... This actually just kills me, doesn't it? No, I'm at 5. Oh, wait. Yeah. Alright, cool. Ensnare goes here. I don't need to care about this Clip Shaman. I need to not take damage, and I stop damage by stopping spikes. Realistically, maybe I kill the Wiltwings that's walking at me, but I think that the damage is not that worrisome on the Wiltwings. We drew another Sting. Great job, Sting. Very much appreciated. Have to not die to this Clipped Guardian, which is possible. Thing here, it's plus 30 on these Echo transfers, right? So I'm not quite killing this tank, I don't expect. I jam both shelters. We're not in a position where we get to, like, think about it. You just have to jam them both. I should have played the double. No, I want the double stack one back, actually. Yeah. I might just be dead. I'm not gonna do the math. If I die, I die. I think I'm alive, though. Ooh. I mean, it does leave us in an interesting quandary here. However, look at this, look at this, look at this. Restoration Detonation has been waiting to spring the spring has sprung. Restoration Detonation. I don't think it makes a difference. I think I'm actually still dead, but it's fun to think. Fun to believe, isn't it? This is a position, though. This is the end game, and it's like, yeah, the sweeper would have done better here, wouldn't he? He sure would have. Or if I could have held that Echo Transfer, right? If I, or not the Echo Transfer, if I pull Force Contamination here, or an Ensnare, I think I save this, but not quite. Not quite. It's really tough. I think that it's just really hard to see this run through, I think. I thin the deck out pretty well. Just don't have the damage scaling, man. 2 holdover Echo Transfers isn't fast enough for a 4 multi-strike unit to kill everything on the Divinity. It's crazy, because it feels like giving 30 attack per round to Animus of Will should be enough to pace these guys, but it's too slow. It really is just like 1 turn too slow. But this run is also very close to winning, I think. Like, it's an extremely slight difference. It's such a slight difference, actually. Let me show you. It's so close that if I could turn Quick off on this turn, I would be okay, right? Because we'd have exact lethal on the Overcharged Apprentice from Echo Right, and then 163 times 4 is enough. But yeah, or if I just had like, I need like 40 more Pyre health too, could do it. It's a really close run, and I think that I just kind of got unlucky with the draws here. It's tough too because I thought so much on this run and I still just fell short. Ultimately, am I supposed to just pick a sweeper here? Maybe. Maybe you pick the sweeper and you just all in on Quick. I thought that this line would win though. I really felt like I would win it. Maybe you have to not play Broken Memories until you get to the Echo Transfers, but even that's not that big of a difference. I don't know, man. I think that this one's supposed to win, but it's just close. It really is. Like, it's 1 Force Contamination or 1 Ensnare here, and I still have this, right? But, like, I just didn't draw them. Maybe I could have, like, planned ahead a few turns and pulled the Force Contamination out sooner. I don't know. It's really hard. Like, that run is just difficult for some reason. It seems like it should be easy, though, doesn't it? It seems like it should not be a problem. It feels like that run's supposed to win. And it shouldn't even... It feels like it shouldn't be close, right? It feels like this should just be, I put 30 attack on Animus of Will every round and she wins. But I guess not. If this was a Husk Hermit, I think this wins for sure. If this was a Shattered Shell, I think this wins for sure. Although, again, the problem with the Shattered Shell is, of course, you might die at the start of the game. It's a little tighter. But maybe like a 2 multi-strike Shattered Shell, or like a 1 multi-strike Shattered Shell, and I just hold off on the Animus of Will. That might be fine. I don't know. I really don't know. It's a tough one. I could not tell you exactly what's wrong with this run. I really could not. Honestly, maybe also just a different Seraph would do it, too. Like a Sap Seraph did a lot of damage to me. If it was Patient Seraph, I would have been fine. It feels like a lot of specific wrongs that kill me. Like the slightly wrong draw and the slightly wrong Seraph, and all of a sudden we come up like 10 health short. But I don't know, play it yourself, figure it out. It was probably a clear line. I mean, probably just take the Shattered Shell and make some sacrifices to get through the early game and win off of that. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.